right, ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to my class. Today we will look at chemistry, and in chemistry today we are going to be looking at neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. The word neutralization reaction is coined, or neutralization, sorry, is coined from neutral. It means to neutralize something. Okay, so in neutralizing um, an acid or base, we use either of these solution to neutralize it. Okay, so to neutralize a base, you use an acid, or to neutralize an acid, you can use a base. So in this case, we are going to be knowing how to define neutralization reaction so that you can never forget it again, which is the aim of you coming to this channel. Okay, so it's going to be in a jiffy, and we just define it, explain it, and you'll never forget it, I promise you. So stay tuned and watch to the end. All right, so this is neutralization reaction. Okay, so let's define it. Okay, before we dive into what is on the board, it's a reaction between an acid and a base to give what salt and water only. So if you look at this place now, you'll find out that this is an alkali or a base. Okay, an alkali is a soluble base. So sodium hydroxide or caustic soda is a base, but it's called an alkali because it dissolves in water, it's soluble in water, so it's a soluble base. So it's an alkali. So an alkali reacting with a base with an acid, sorry, which is HCl, hydrochloric acid. Okay, when these two react, it gives us sodium chloride, NaCl, and H2O, which is water. So we can say that a neutralization reaction is the process by which an acid reacts with a base to form salt and water only. Only because a neutralization reaction is only two products that are being formed. One is the salt and the other is the water. And those are the two substances that are being formed, or two products that are being formed. Okay, so when you define it, you put that word only. Okay, so in neutralization reaction, you cannot see another product here. Okay, and mostly what you should know is that the salt formed in neutralization reaction is always um, normal salts. Why? Because the reaction comes to completion. Okay, just like in your normal titration, if you titrate acid against base, you titrate it until you get to your end point. So at that end point, all the acid must have neutralized all the base in your um, conical flash. So you cannot have acidic salt or basic salt. You have a normal salt. Okay, so let's look at this one, the second one here. This sodium hydroxide, also 2 moles of sodium hydroxide reacting um with 1 mole of H2SO4, that's hydrogen tetra also sulfate 6 acid. Okay, so when these two, okay, reactants react, this acid reacts with this base, okay, they form salt, sodium tetraoxo sulfate 6, okay, plus 2 moles of water. So in this case, you can still see that it's a normal salt that is formed, and also it's only two products, salt and water only. So that's why I said when you want to define a neutralization reaction, it's a reaction between an acid and a base to give salt and water only. Okay, so except in some cases where there is insufficient supply of sodium hydroxide, it can lead to formation of sodium hydrogen tetrodosulfate. That means all the hydrogen ion in the acid will not be neutralized completely, to neutralize only one of it, okay, which will go away with water, and the rest will be in the salt, okay, which makes the salt to be acidic. Okay, so in some others, when there is insufficient of acid, it can lead to a basic salt. You remember we have types of base. We have acidic base, we have acid base, acid salts, base salts, and what again now? Um, Normal salts, complex salt, and double salt. Okay, so all those are the types of salts we have in chemistry. So when there is incomplete neutralization of an acid, by the base. It